Alright everybody, we are back for a review. It's been a while, but I did want to do a review on these racks because I think they're pretty awesome for the price. And I just kind of happened upon them online, just typed in kayak racks. There's some others to choose from, but for the price, this one I think is the best. Obviously, I haven't bought the others, but this is pretty darn good for what you get. They're $155 online. You can only get them from this Magellan Outdoors place. And I will say they don't stay in stock very often. I even waited to get this third one almost like 6 months. So if you see them, buy them. If you're interested in them, I'll show you the different features of them. But we're going to put this one together. I'll show you how to install it. And then I'll show you what it looks like with no boats. And then you can see already what it looks like with boats. But anyway, let's get this open. I'll show you what it comes with. Alright, so when you open the box, you get a bunch of green pieces here, as you can see. It's not as difficult to put together as it looks. I put those two together. It has been a while, so might have to read the directions over here. But let's just kind of see what you get. It does have a little... I don't think it came with instructions last time, if I can remember. I think I had to go online and look them up, which is why I wanted to make this video. Or at least get to go online and print them out or something like that, which I thought was a little odd. So you get this box of other stuff here. There's all your nuts and bolts and J-hooks. I do not use these tie downs. You can probably if you store wreck boats or something like that. I can't remember what those go to. Anyway, I'm actually not going to be putting some of these pieces on because for what I use these racks for, which are whitewater boats, they actually kind of get in the way when you're taking the boats on and off. So I'll show you kind of these things over here. So basically, if you want to strap the boat, that's what these are used for, but they actually kind of get in the way. Like if they're right there and you're trying to take the boat off, it'll like snag right there. So I'm not going to put those on, and I'm actually not going to put some of these J-hooks on, which they're used to hold paddles. I like the back ones to hold the paddles right here, because I only put like one boat back here, and I like to use those back ones to put the paddle on. But those are just a couple things that probably won't be installed on these J-hooks, so just kind of put those to the side here. Yeah. These are obviously the feet, and these are the tools they give you to put this thing together, these two little wrenches, so we're not going to use those. So I'll go get some right tools and show you what you need. But yeah, this is kind of all the pieces you have, and I'll line them up and show you after I open everything and show you all the pieces that way too. Here. So basically these will be the arms, as you can see, that hold the boats. These kind of structure in at the bottom there where the corner is of the chili to kind of give the stand more structure. These look like the feet, I believe, and then these are probably the middle poles. We'll have to see when we put it together, but basically the tools you need says it needs 18 millimeter, 12 millimeter, and 13 millimeter. So to make life easier, I got a ratchet, and then I got these self-ratcheting. I already had these from working on cars, but it makes life easier. Self-ratcheting wrenches too, crescent wrenches. And then it says you need a Phillips head screwdriver. I can't remember what size, so I just brought two down with me. Anyway, so we'll get working on this thing. Kind of show you step by step what you have to do. Alright, so pretty sure these pieces are the two frames that go on the bottom. As you can see there, they have the little black cups. So that's kind of be our base, so we're going to start with those two. I'm going to build it over here. I think it's enough room. Yeah, it should be. Barely. It should be. I'm going to look at these while I'm working just to make sure I have the right stuff here. Alright, so we gotta put the feet on. Alright, so alright, so when you get the package that has label A and B, so these are the 2 foots. You gotta put the foot pegs on like that. And then you have part C here, there's 2 C's. And that'll be your frame across right here. So you line the holes up with these. And don't put any screws in yet. I made that mistake when I built the first one. I had to undo the whole thing, so wait till it tells you to put the screws in. Obviously you can't push all these in either. And once you do one of these, so if you order multiple, once you just put one together, the second one will go together real quick. So I think we can squeeze together now. All the holes should line up there, as you can see. Alright, so we got our base frame together. Alright, so the next part are the D's. They're labeled D here. And they go on like this, facing each other, with these 2 facing each other right here, okay? So there, and there. So again, the multiple dots, all these dots should be facing the front and back. And then you got these 2 little dots here facing the side, okay? Then we have our next piece, which is E, which is the horizontal support that goes across here. And you just stick this in here like that. And I have it upside down, or not correct in some way. Okay. Alright, so this is E, and again, this is where it gets confusing. You gotta make sure the holes line up, alright? So I put this already on there the wrong way like this, and the holes in line up. So the holes gotta line up with the holes here so you can screw in. It's easier to mess up than it looks. Alright. There we go. Alright, that's together. So next you have parts F. So again, that's the same thing basically. They go on here and face each other like this. Notice again, it hasn't instructed me to put any screws in, so don't do that yet. Alright, and then our last little piece here that connects is another horizontal frame. This is G. And I think the Magellan Outdoors faces that way, which would line up. Let me just double check. Yep, that's correct. Make sure your screws are up so you can screw it in. Screw holes are up, I mean. Might want to use a step ladder if you're short like me. Just give you a little more force. Just pop those in with your hands. Alright, there you go. Alright, so they lied in the directions. You still need a 14mm wrench also to hold these heads right here on these screws, which we're going to use next. So the next step is you need 4 of these, which are the M8x60 hex screw and washer and nuts. They all come in the same bag, and then part H right here. So H is just supporting this frame together here, and you're gonna have to take these off. So it says to put the screw in this way first, through the hole, and then washer on the back and nut on the back here. So 14 right here for the head, and then you need a 13 for the actual nut. And it says tighten, but do not tighten, over tighten for now until you get the whole structure together, and you go back and tighten everything really good. So just kind of get it on there so it's not like wobbling around. That's probably a little even too tight. Alright. Okay, so we got that tight enough for now. Put it back down, get the other one. Alright, put the other one on now. Start with the bottom this time. Kind of works well leaning on your shoulder right there. Probably could use a short one, which I have upstairs, just don't feel like going to get. Alright, so next you're going to use the M8x16 screw and washers right here. And it shows you kind of where all the arrows to put them. So we're going to start at the top here. And they just screw in, from what I remember. The first two just go right here on the top. Again, I would just kind of hand tighten them for now to get everything on here. Next, right here. 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 Right here. Right here. Here are the last two. They go on the back here, basically directly behind those. Got all those in, for the most part, hand tight. Alright, so the next step is all these eyes right here. And these are basically what hold your kayak. So we're going to put those on. And then these two J's, they go on the bottom there to be that piece right there. So we'll put the eyes on first. Looks like you need this pack of screws, the M8x75 Phillips head. So we'll get some of those out. Basically line them up here all the way to the top, and we'll put the screws in right there. Alright, so again here, top hole. Again, this will be a lot easier with the help of somebody. It's not impossible by yourself. I've done the other two. As long as you get it on there just hanging, you can put the other one in. Alright, that's the top one. Alright, so check it out here. Built it, and then the same 13 over here. So you can these. Okay, no, again, with the last roll up. Onto this side. And since they're right-handed, I'll crank these out and just hold it with the screwdriver. A little easier. Alright, next we'll do these two. Same thing, same bolts. Alright, get these all prepped up here. Alright, these go. Alright, so these go 4 down, counting this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So line those holes up right there. Alright, so I'm going 4 down, but obviously you could customize this however you want to, depending on what kayaks you have. I'm just going to do it all like I did the other ones. You can see with mine, I can fit 2 on a row if I need to, especially the 2 play boats, or 2 slice boats, even 2 creek boats down there. You got plenty of room. Alright, onto this side. Alright, so these are kind of the last pieces before the last base there. But these are the last kind of kayak holder pieces. These are labeled J. So they're going on the bottom here. And you just line them up with the last 2 holes from that bolt there. These are probably the worst to install because I'm going to have to turn this whole thing on its side. Alright, so these really require you to lay the thing down. If not, it's going to be real hard by yourself at least. You have to have somebody help you. So these go right here again. While I'm doing this, I'll tighten these up and get those nice and tight. Again, you don't want to put these on beforehand because if you do, you won't be able to lay it down, or it'll be a lot harder to lay down. Again, this is just all thing. You're doing this alone. So I'll get these bolts ready here. I use the same bolts. I use those. I'll go these all the way. I want to do this again. Oh, I think okay, this middle stronger. All right. Lift her back up. Alright, so this is the last kind of piece of the structure, and these are the back supporting legs. So again, these are part M. So you just screw the little feet on here. Alright, go on the back here. Slide into place. And then you're going to use those last 2 little screws there. You're going to use these 2. Alright, so now the next step, if you want to, is to install these right here. And I'm just going to put one on just to kind of show you. But I'm not going to use these because, like I said, I'm honestly probably take them off for the other ones there. They kind of get in the way of using whitewater boats. But if you do want to strap them for some reason, say you keep them outside and you don't want the wind to blow them, might be a good idea to use the straps and keep them secure that way. So the straps are pretty self-explanatory. Once you put these on, the straps just go through that and then this on the upper side if you want to secure your boat. So anyway, just to kind of show you, so you would need one of these, and then you use the pack of the M560 round Phillips head. And I'm not gonna like actually put these on, but basically each little hook, J-hook thing has a spot where you'd put them right here in these holes, right here in those holes. Put it through there, put the nut on one side and tighten it, and don't like get it super tight so you can move it back and forth however you want it. And that's about it. And then the strap would go right here. Alright, so I am going to actually put these in here. You can put them here and there too in the front, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put these two right here facing backwards to hold some paddles if I want. So again, these are super simple here. They have nuts and 2 washers on each one. And you want to bring that down to however you want. You're going to have enough at least to screw it in. So you put 1 nut, 1 washer down. Throw it up in there like that. And then put a nut and washer on the top. Like I said, you can adjust the height or whatever. We'll just leave them like that for now. So again, these are adjustable. You can go that way if you want. You can go back. I like them in the back, kind of out of the way. So to tighten these, you need the 14 and then 13 socket. So now, obviously, if you keep tightening, it will just spin. So just get it fairly tight, and then just aim it back. Again, get it all the way tight to the edge there before you start doing anything. Again, you don't need those super tight. So there you go, those 2 are in. Alright, so I did add the J hooks to the top, didn't film that, didn't really need to. But that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to put the hooks or anything, straps or anything. I'm going to go ahead and just finish up and tighten everything. And you just need your 14. Very tighten those. I'll leave it straight in, or you can have to take it down. So, 14. I forgot these you need. 13. Alright, there it is all together here. It's actually really sturdy, as you can see. It's all tight. You can put, like I said, I mean, if you're inside not worried about the wind, you could probably take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boats, 7 if you put them on 8, 9, I don't know. This thing will hold like 8 or 9 boats. So for $150, $155 plus shipping, it's a pretty good deal. They don't sponsor me in any way. They didn't give me this. I bought all these myself. I thought it was a pretty good product to review. I'm really only going to review stuff that's helpful to the kayaking community. So if you're looking for a rack inside, and I used to use those little J-hook things right here. We got to screw in the garage and screw in all your wood and stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to get away from those because I had stuff sticking out my garage all day. So I turned this in kind of my kayaking room. As you can see, I got cement everywhere. So these are my new racks. Hopefully that's all I need is 3. But we'll see. Didn't want to stack too many boats on top of each other. If you do that for too long, it can mess up the cockpit. So yeah, that one's going to go over there probably somewhere. And yeah, Magellan Outdoors, $155. Pretty quality for the money. Pretty easy to put together. I don't know, that took me probably 30 minutes, but I'm by myself. What?
Not an hour.
Hour?
Yeah, get down here.
Okay. Well, that took me probably like an hour overall to put together, but again, I hadn't done it in a while. Probably if you did another one after that, it'd probably take you 20 minutes, even by yourself. And if you add everything, probably looking at maybe an hour, over an hour, hour and a half, something like that. Put some comments down, like it, subscribe if you can, and we'll see you on the next one.